Hey everybody, welcome back to Liberty and Racing for All. Can you see my face? I have the camera really close because it's kind of windy outside. And I have these giant ear things on, so I don't know if you can hear me or not. So I'm just going to talk really loud. Alright, it is time for the second winter race of 2026 at North Texas Carters. If you go back and watch my NTK music video, that was highlights from winter 1. So I got to announce that race and get some cool footage for the video. That was awesome. Had a lot of really good racing. So this race, I decided to go online and see if I could register myself as a flagman, which, as you can see, is way over there. And why is it way over there, you may ask? Because when I went on there, it was like a day before the race. And when you register a day before the race, usually the best spots are already taken. So, early bird gets the worm. So here I am as a regular everyday corner worker. And we actually have some pretty good, we got a pretty good setup here. I got my little tire bunker. There's my flags. So, and we have these tires here because in either the fall or the winter race, yeah, somebody actually plowed over this tire barrier and hit the guy who was working the corners. So hopefully that's not me today. And I'll go ahead and show y'all guys what it looks like from my point of view here. So there's the long front straightaway coming out of turn 4, 5, and 6, the chicane complex over there. And it's kind of hard to notice when you're looking at it regular, but there's actually a hill over there that keeps the chicane out of view for right now. And you come down this long straightaway. Here is going to be a heavy braking zone right here. You're going to see people locking up the brakes, spinning out, getting into a lot of contact. So that should be pretty exciting for me. And then you come into this nice little hairpin of turn 7, all the way around to turn 8, 9, and then back down to the finish. Anyway, the more I think of it now, the more I'm kind of glad that I didn't get flagman, because as you can tell by the camera being this close to my face, it's kind of windy and it's kind of cold, and I only wore like a jacket and a t-shirt and some pants, so I'd be pretty cold if I was standing up there in that rickety little stand. So maybe I'll wait for one of the warmer weather races to do that. This track, North Texas Carters, that I race at here, is a 9-turn, half-mile track with a little bit of everything. It's considered a good beginner track. You get the good technical complex of 1, 2, and 3. Then you have a chicane in 4, 5, and 6. A long straightaway, which is where I'm at the end of, right here in turn 7. Turn 7's your hairpin. And then another slightly higher speed technical section over there for 8 and 9. And then you have another long stretch down to the finish line. And if you also saw my first podium video, in which I placed 3rd place, it was awesome. That was running this track backwards. So that's, you think some things will transfer over, and then they absolutely do not. All right, so the practice is about to start for the day, and look at these. I got some brand new flags. Whoa, it's really windy. You can see how bad this wind is right now. We have our yellow caution flag. I will probably be waving this a lot. This is probably like where all the wrecks happen in turn 7. The red flag. This is the one that you really don't want to see because that means we have to stop the race. And then blue flag. I mean, someone's about to get lapped, so that's just giving them a heads up. Hey, the leaders are coming. Hold your line and just let them pass you. Don't race them super hard and everything, because last thing you want to do is create a wreck in front of the leaders when you're about to go a lap down. That kind of tends to make some people mad. Here come the kid carts. Nice, smooth on the throttle. Getting the tires warmed up. Man, look at number 5. He's hustling. He started in front of these guys and he's already almost lapped them. Dang, you did lap them in a practice session. But of course it's practice, so not everybody's running their hardest yet. There's a train. There's a big old train. It's always funny watching the trains move by compared to these tiny little go-karts. If you watched my very first video, Intro to Racing Part 1, these drivers in these kid karts are 5 to 7 years old. Like, that's crazy. 5 to 7 year olds in these little karts. It's so crazy because they're actually pretty good for being able to drive these karts. So if you haven't seen that video, go back and watch it. It's kind of just a breakdown of karting, all the karting classes. Probably most of them what you're going to see today. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know I gotta love making a big deal about sponsors. So K&R Faithful Farms, that's Lolly and Poppy. Insulate This, my Papa Ricky's company, actually got sold, so they are no longer part of the one-way racing team. But still just nice to throw Papa Ricky in there sometimes. And Uncle Rhino Racing, that is my uncle right now. And you may be wondering, these are all just family members. These are not sponsors. True, but you know, it's still fun just to act like it. I am also trying to acquire some real sponsors now. So be on the lookout for that. Now we are going to fast forward a little bit to some qualifying laps. So hang tight, here we go.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
So if you noticed wow, those cars are loud. If you noticed the girl in the pink suit for the shifter class, we actually had to stop the shifter qualifications early because she absolutely pounded the turn 1 wall and like blew tires everywhere, as you can see. But she was okay, thankfully, although we did have to red flag the entire thing. And the mark of a true racer, and she asked her dad if she could actually repair the kart and keep racing. That's not gonna happen, but that was good to see that she's okay, and it just really stinks that she wasn't able to race. All right, for the sake of not making this video 20 minutes long, we're gonna go ahead and fast forward to some highlights from the finals. Mainly just the first lap or two. And maybe anything else interesting that I happen to get on camera. Come to kid karts for the final run of the day. Led by the 5S. Well, the 4 is gonna be in trouble here. He's about to go a lap down. Let's see if they can get through clean. He does. Good job by both of those guys. Here comes 206 Junior 1. I got my flag ready just in case they get into trouble. Nice, they cut it clean. This is gonna be 2 consecutive classes that we see a lap down car. Nice clean pass. 206 Junior 2, here they come. Ooh, a little bit of dust. All the way back to the line, it's not going to be enough. Danny Lelov wins it. That was a close finish. That's the closest finish we've seen so far. Shifters is the only one that has a full standing start. This is really cool. Here they come down the front stretch. If I can watch my very first YouTube video, Intro to Racing Part 1, you can now understand why I described them the way they sound, because listen to this. cc's. Two guys right here about to get lapped. There's the leader right there. Here's the 206 heavies. This is the KA Masters, and I'm currently trying to think of something else to say other than this is or here comes. Notice I've said that the whole time. So we're winding down in the day here, and these are the KA seniors. They're pretty much the same as the Masters. So I'm just gonna give you a good shot of them here, and then we'll move on to senior. Last class of the day, my favorite class, although I am kind of biased. Got the green light. Oh, there's a wreck in turn 1. Here they come to me. I got my yellow flag ready just in case. And they make it through clean, nice job. White flag in the air. That's not a lap car, that's the leader. He's got an entire straightaway lead on second place, because second place is this massive hornet's nest of cars. Good block from the 600, but he's gonna get cut under. All right, guys, so that's what a full day of racing looks like from the perspective of a corner worker. It is 52 degrees outside and it feels like 40. And after having a week long of nice mid 70 days, I'm really cold. I'm going to go home and get warm. Colossians 3:23, do everything is working for the Lord, not for man. I'll see you later.